Welcome to the Augustana Observer Weekly Podcast. I'm host Michael Box, and I'm here with my guests in Dinkman's basement at the end of the evening's meeting of the Mahjong Club. Hello, maybe you guys can introduce yourself and tell me what years you are.
My name is Anna Ramberg. I'm in Mahjong this year, and I'm third year.
I'm Jaycee. I'm just a member, and I'm a third year now.
All right. So maybe we can start off with you telling me a little bit about the Mahjong Club and Mahjong in general.
Well, I believe my teacher is originated a Chinese board game. It was originated not too long ago, only in like the 1990s. But then, it started as a club about 2 years ago now. I've been playing since freshman year, and that's when it originated became a club. But I know the Chinese students would play it in tournaments, and that's why we have pictures of previous years. But yes, we meet weekly in Dinkman, and we have a tournament at the end of each semester that we build up points to throughout the semester.
That's basically what I know about the Mahjong Club. I joined my first year, but oftentimes the time classes require, so I haven't been able to come as faithfully as I would like to. But generally, it's a 3-person board game, not 3 to 4-person board game with tiles, and it's real fun once you figure out what you're doing. I've never taken Chinese in my life, so it was a little bit hard.
Yeah, but it's pretty easy to learn. My teacher says it's a game of like half luck and half skill. So a lot of it is gambling, which is why it's used as a gambling game, and sometimes banned in certain places because it's a gambling game. Yeah.
And so you said the tournaments happen at the end of the semester.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect to happen at a tournament? Is it just within the school itself, or is it against other schools? Or
I wish it was with other schools, but it's just within ourselves. So we have a point system where every week we'll mix up each players at each table, and depending on where you are in that certain table, like first, second, third place, then that you'll build up points throughout the week, and the final 4 who have the highest amount of points will compete against each other. So the top 4 at each table. And they will compete for gift cards. I know last year we gave the first place $30 in gift cards, and second and third place $15. So it's just kind of like a fun, competitive thing. I know some people get more competitive than others, or it's more fun or more casual fun.
Okay, what got you interested in Mahjong?
I learned about it midway through my first year. I think from some sort of event where it might have been the Language Olympics where Mahjong Club came. I was there because I was part of the Classics Club. And I thought it looked neat, and all I knew about Mahjong was how to play Mahjong Solitaire on the computer, and that's very different. But I thought it was really fun, and I wanted to learn, so I started coming to meetings. And now I can say the numbers 1 through 9 in Mandarin.
Even if you don't know Chinese, we practice Chinese. And he has been very diligent in coming ever since the club started.
But what about you? What got your interest in?
I am Chinese student, so I've been taking Chinese since freshman year, and I am Chinese as well, adopted, so this is just another chance for me to participate in my culture and my heritage. So it's a really, and again, most of my friends are here, and I met a lot of cool people here, and I get to practice my Chinese.
Now, you'd mentioned Mahjong Solitaire, and I was going to ask about that. That's one of my questions, because I wanted to know what's the difference between what you might play on a computer or another electronic device versus what you do in person.
Yeah, so Mahjong Solitaire is it's basically just a matching game. I used it in the beginning to help me memorize, okay, this tile, this character is the character for 2. This is art. This is the character 8. But other than that, it shares, other than, the tiles, it shares almost nothing with real Mahjong. really, it's just a matching game. Four-player Mahjong is you have 13 tiles each in front of you, and you're trying to make one single pair, and then I believe four sets of three. And that can either be in ascending or descending order of numbers, or three of the same kind. It's more like a card game that you would play with other people, except of course it's being played with tiles, and there's a lot more tiles than you would have in a standard card game.
Okay. Now I'd seen here when I was researching, for my questions and stuff, I noticed that there's a difference in the board games that you could get, like, say, in China versus here in the United States. The United States, it looks like, contains more tiles.
Oh, well, yeah, we actually just watched a documentary on this, but I know that it came to America, and it had like a spurt of popularity, especially among Jewish American women. For some reason, so but then it kind of spread, and they kind of created their own. They call them, we'll call them being, or they'll call them I forgot the terminology, but they kind of evolved to become their own American game. So I know that a lot of Americans, they have adapted their own game, and they have certain rules, but I know they're definitely a little different from Chinese. I know that there's a Mahjong, a national association or something, and they come out with rules every year or something like that, so that they come in a pamphlet, which I saw in the documentary, but I don't know too much about the American version, but I know, there are differences.
How has playing Mahjong or being part of the Mahjong club impacted your life, in general, or just as a student?
I just think it's a neat thing to do. It's helped me meet more people that I probably wouldn't have met. Get more into the language building and language people. I don't do a whole lot with linguistics. I'm a geology major. But I like language learning. I like other languages and listening to them. I don't know Chinese, but I like hearing other people speak it because I just think it sounds cool. And yeah, it's been a really fun, just sort of hobby activity to pick up.
I would say, what they said, or he said, it's a really good way to meet people you wouldn't have known before. I know there's a lot of Vietnamese students here too as well. And again, you just have time to play with friends. And so it's overall just been really nice to have this kind of social outlet, and then also really great way to be exposed to languages and culture other than my own from growing up here in America.
So what's your favorite part of playing Mahjong?
Winning.
I'm not this competitive. I can be, definitely, but my favorite part is I think sitting with certain people and just laughing and being able to joke with each other and tease each other about things. I think my favorite part is just the socialization.
Yeah, or when you lose, you push all your tiles over and you go, who had the tiles I needed? You, it's your fault.
Let's maybe look at a funny or interesting experience you've had during a game that stands out to you. I know earlier I was sitting there and I thought I heard a swear word and everything. And
so competitive. I know that in Mahjong there are certain combinations that will get you a lot of points that are rare. So then it's really interesting to see when someone does get a certain, a straight, it's called, we have the numbers of one specific suit of a tile, and so that gives them I think 16 points or something. So it's kind of fun to see people get those rare combinations. But also I've seen, where we're all looking for the same tile, so we're kind of just screwing each other over by looking for the same one, or someone else has it, or we come to the very end and the one person draws it and they get it, and there's only 3 tiles left to draw. So those kinds of things are kind of interesting to see and play out. So.
Yeah, I remember a specific point when I was first learning. I put a tile down and I was like, is that Jewel? That's 9. And it was actually 6, Liu. So the person next to me was like, no, it's, it's Leo, that's the 6th tile. And she was so distracted she didn't realize that was her winning tile. So the game went on, and then later on she realized it was her winning tile, and she went, ah, and I won.
Let's see. Is there? I guess my last question I have is, if someone's listening to the podcast and they think they might be interested, what steps should they go about coming to visit? Is there somebody specific they should contact, or should they just show up? And
well, as my professor always encourages everyone, is to follow our Instagram, which is I think Mahjong, or we also have a QR code here in the basement. But essentially, just show up on Wednesday 5:30 in the Denton basement, and we'll welcome you. Anyways, we're very happy to have new members. We're trying our best to increase our marketing this year, participating in Culture Fest and the festival, being more active on our Instagram and everything. So all those resources we have, and then I'm the president, so email me, and then Hua Mei Chang is our supervisor over the club, and she's always eager to have anyone join. She's super happy. So anyone, even if you don't know how to.
They will teach you if you don't know how to learn, and it does not. You don't need to know Chinese already or have an idea of how it works. God knows I didn't.
so it's basically, anybody with any skill level can come. You can have somebody that just doesn't know anything about games show up.
Oh yeah. Or you can be, a total expert and you can kick everybody's butt.
Right.
All right. Is there anything that we haven't covered that you think people should know?
Oh, we have food, so
Very good food.
It's a draw of our club too, so
Yeah. I currently have fried rice.
or even if you don't want to come to a meeting, I know we participate in a lot of the world languages events, as Jaycee mentioned, and we are at the Culture Festival. So any chance we have to advertise Mahjong, we usually will set out a couple tables. So it's a good chance to talk to us and learn more about the game itself. So.
All right. Well, thank you for your time in the interview.
Thank you.
Appreciated it and everything. I enjoyed sitting here, kind of watching y'all play. That was interesting and stuff. I could see which table was the quiet table, and then you had your tables that were just a little bit louder and stuff. So
It always varies.
all right.
Thank you.